WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux. This is going to be my Friday Night Smackdown review for the week of November 2nd, 2012. We open up this week's show with Miz TV. Miz coming out to, I guess, basically, host a show, and he starts to poke fun at Sheamus, being the fact that Sheamus lost to the Big Show, and apparently now Sheamus is going to be his first guest on the show. And, Miz and Sheamus, they start going back and forth. Miz saying, "Oh, what happened? It's been 7 months since we've seen you without a title, and, where's your title?" And Sheamus turns around, "Well, I don't see a title around your waist, your Intercontinental title." And Miz starts going a little bit of a tirade about how he's better than Kofi Kingston, which prompts Kofi Kingston to come out. And then Kingston and Miz started to go out a little bit, and then the Big Show comes out, and it's basically what this happened was in this opening segment. I don't even really have to go through it too much with you guys. It's kind of predictable what was going to happen, and following the following segment after that kind of confirmed my suspicions, as now the main event, Sheamus and Kofi Kingston to take on Big Show and The Miz. And we also get the announcement that at Survivor Series, Sheamus is revoking his rematch clause. So at Survivor Series, it's going to be Big Show versus Sheamus for the World Heavyweight title. So we will have a major title on the line at Survivor Series. If not the WWE Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship is still good enough for me. 4 out of 5 in that opening segment. First match is Darren Young taking on Cara. Yes, Mr. No Days Off, Darren Young, and the Primetime Players. Now, apparently they're starting to work some sort of angle with the Primetime Players and Cara and Rey Mysterio. I mean, they lost. Primetime Players lost to them at Hell in a Cell. I know they got beat at WWE's main event. So now apparently they're trying to start a feud between these two teams. They started off with Darren Young and Sin Cara. This match I was not really impressed with. I mean, now don't get me wrong, there weren't any mistakes that were being made, but just the match kind of flatlined in a sense. I mean, it just wasn't very good. 3 out of 5. But after this match was over, because Darren Young defeated Sin Cara, Titus O'Neil gets on the microphone and makes a challenge to Rey Mysterio. Well, not word for word, but it is still basically what he did, was challenge Rey Mysterio. Now, Mysterio and Titus O'Neil, that match was a little bit better than Darren Young and Sin Cara. Darren Young and Sin Cara was just kind of stale. Rey Mysterio and Titus O'Neil actually was actually interesting. Rey Mysterio always knows how to win, is what JBL said on commentary, which is why he is epic. It was still a really good match. Very impressed with Mysterio. Very impressed with O'Neil. Again, it was a lot better than the Darren Young and Sin Cara match. I don't know, maybe if it was meant to come out as a stale first match, but the second match with Mysterio and O'Neil kind of made up for it. 3.5 out of 5.
I'm so sorry about Eddie.
Next, we had basically the rubber match between Wade Barrett and Randy Orton. And of course, Alberto Del Rio was on commentary, supposedly. And then he comes out and he attacks Randy Orton before the match even starts. But they come back from commercial break. Orton's ready to go, and Orton and Barrett are going at it in a really good match between these two. But again, the predictability of Del Rio's interference just kind of drags it down to a 3.5 out of 5. However, what was a little bit better is what transpired after the match was over. Is Randy Orton and Alberto Del Rio got into sort of a food fight, in a sense. Well, Orton and Del Rio were fighting to get into the catering area, and it looked like Del Rio wanted to throw a pot of scalding hot coffee, or one of those big things of scalding hot coffee, and Del Rio couldn't pick it up. It was burning his hands. Orton saw that, knocks Del Rio around a little bit, and then wisely picks up, it looks like some like something. It was like paper towels or something like that. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something to cover his hands. Then picks up the pot and goes to throw it on Del Rio, and Ricardo Rodriguez gets the brunt of it. It's basically poor Ricardo Rodriguez just got dumped on this SmackDown. But I think it was still very entertaining, and we also found out that we have a Super SmackDown coming, and at that Super SmackDown, it'll be Orton versus Del Rio in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So, 4 out of 5 on that one, and that was very entertaining. This next matchup was set up earlier in the night. Booker T was talking with Teddy Long, and then Natalya comes in and tries to make a bid for being a backup assistant since Eve is on tour, and then David Otunga comes in to make the same claim. And Booker T says, well, he needs a guy as a competitor to face a returning star to SmackDown. Otunga asked who it is, and while he was drinking his beverage, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know what it is, but while he was drinking his beverage, he finds out it's a Great Khali and spits his beverage onto Natalya, basically giving her a wet top. Yeah. Then, David Otunga says, I mean, look, I said I was sorry, but what are you mad about? It's an improvement. Yeah, wet boobies. Well, yeah, I would say that's an improvement. I wouldn't say it to Natalya's face, because I know she could probably beat my butt, but she'd probably kick any guy's butt, for that matter. But, Otunga took another sip of his beverage, and Natalya slapped him, and the beverage went all over Teddy Long, and needless to say, he was not happy. Great Khali and David Otunga, let's just say it wasn't the most scientific match I have ever seen. But, they try to make it entertaining as they can. It was kind of predictable that Otunga was going to get his butt whooped. I wasn't expecting an exciting match, but it was okay by Great Khali standards. 3.5 out of 5. And then the next matchup, we had R-Truth taking on Justin Gabriel. I believe this was just a filler match for the main event. But they still put on a good match. Very impressed with R-Truth. Very impressed with Justin Gabriel. Two guys are really loaded with talent and ability. And I'm just speculating here, but probably on Monday Night Raw, we'll probably see R-Truth on Raw teaming up with Kofi Kingston to probably take on Antonio Cesaro and The Miz, based on what happened on Monday Night Raw last week. But I'll save more about that for my Raw preview. 4 out of 5 on R-Truth and Justin Gabriel. Like I said, I thought this was, for a filler match, this is actually more entertaining than Darren Young and Sin Cara at the beginning of the show. Yeah, what does that say? And now we get the main event, Miz and the Big Show, or the return of Show Miz, former tag team champions, taking on Sheamus and Kofi Kingston. Big Show really didn't want nothing to do with Sheamus, but
I don't know what this place is, but I'm gonna
let me just say the main event was worked really, really well. We got 4 big-time main eventers, and when you get them all into one match, that just radiates golden, and it did in this contest. At one point in the match, the finishing spot, Sheamus was distracting the referee, and Kofi Kingston went for his usual spot in the corner where he jumps up and he lands on the guy's shoulder and he starts punching him. And he's doing that to Miz. Big Show comes out of nowhere, knocks Kofi Kingston out with a knockout punch, and then begins to distract Sheamus so he's unaware that Kofi Kingston is knocked unconscious, and Miz picks up the victory, thus pinning the Intercontinental Champion, and we'll probably see more of Miz versus Kofi Kingston over the Intercontinental title. This kind of, I don't want to jinx the feud or anything or not, because when Kofi Kingston had his feud with Dolph Ziggler over the, I remember it was the United States title. If it wasn't the United States title, it was the Intercontinental title. But whenever they had that feud over the title, it was a really good feud, really well worked. I thought it was very entertaining. And right now, they're bordering on that same precipice with Kofi Kingston and The Miz over the Intercontinental title. When's the last time they've actually done something really interesting with the Intercontinental title? Not very often. So I'm very glad that WWE is actually seeing fit to involve more of their secondary titles in their shows instead of just, putting out there the tag team titles and your two major titles. You do have two secondary titles, in the company, the Intercontinental title and the United States title. The United States title still needs a lot of work. And they're doing a good job right now with it being on Antonio Cesaro. Miz and Kofi Kingston, they're really bringing that title to shine. They're making that title shine. Again, just like Triple H said in CM Punk's Best in the World documentary, the title doesn't make the man. The man makes the title. So overall score on Friday Night Smackdown this week, it's going to get a 3.5 out of 5. Nice opening with Miz TV to set up the main event. Darren and Sin Cara, like I said before, kind of stale. Rey Mysterio and Titus O'Neil actually made up for that match. Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton was okay, despite the predictable run-in by Alberto Del Rio. However, I love the aftermath, the fight in the catering area. And I feel so bad for Ricardo Rodriguez because, again, he got dumped on. Great Khali, David Otunga, no thoughts there, but it was still okay. R-Truth and Justin Gabriel, great filler match. They got a chance to shine in a filler match. That's always a plus in my department. And great main event with Miz, Big Show defeating Sheamus and Kofi Kingston. Resparking the rivalry with Miz and Kofi, I thought it was a good move. And of course, we got a lot of to go, a lot of ways to go before Survivor Series. So what I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown this week. Make sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. And please don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying thank you very much for watching.
Hi, I'm Chris Master 1, and you've been watching WGS-TV on YouTube. Be sure and check out the Friday Night Renegade show every Friday from 10 to midnight Eastern, only on GCSUradio.com. And remember, keep it on rocking, folks. Oh, check out my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/ChrisMaster1. We'll see you on the next episode of WGS-TV.